Hello! Today we are going to be learning about synonyms, antonyms, and homographs. So synonyms are words that have the same or similar meanings. An easy way to remember this, same and synonym, that's a little helpful trick that can help you remember that synonym means that words have the same meaning. So if we think about delicious, delicious can also have the same meaning as yummy. So if I said, the muffin that I ate for breakfast was very delicious, I know that that means that the muffin was very good. It was a good breakfast. I could also say, the muffin that I ate for breakfast was very yummy. Those words have two similar meanings, so I know that this sentence means the same thing. The next one is smart and intelligent. So I know that those are synonyms because I could say, the boy made smart decisions. Or I could say, the boy made intelligent decisions. And I know that that meant that he made a good choice, he did the right thing, because they both have the same or similar meanings. Another one is funny or hilarious. I could say, that joke that you told me was so funny. Or I could say, that joke that you told me was hilarious. And that I used two different words, but they have similar meanings, so I know that the sentence can mean the same thing. That means that the joke was funny and it made me laugh. The next one is brag and boast. So the boy bragged about his new car. I could also say, the boy boasted about his new car. So I would know that those have the same or similar meaning so that the sentence means the same, even though I used a different word. So now that we know a little bit more about synonyms, we're going to learn about antonyms. And antonyms are words that have opposite meanings. So our first example is calm and nervous. I could say, I was very calm before I went to bed. That would mean that I was very relaxed, I was ready for bed, I felt calm, I felt not nervous. And then if I said I was very nervous before I went to bed, I know that that has the opposite of calm. So I know that that means that I was very anxious and I wasn't really ready to go to bed. I was feeling worried. So I know that those have opposite meanings. Another one is healthy and sick. We know that healthy means that you're feeling good, you're feeling healthy, and if you're sick, you're feeling bad, you might have a virus or an infection. So we know that those have opposite meanings. So if I were to say the little girl was feeling very healthy, then I know that she's feeling good, she's feeling ready to go. But if I said that the little girl felt very sick, then that would mean that she did not feel good. She might need to go to the doctor. And I know that those words have opposite meanings, so they would be antonyms. The next word is tiny and gigantic. So tiny means that you're really, really, really small, and gigantic means that you're really, really, really big. So I know that those have opposite meanings because tiny and gigantic mean two different things. So I could say, the dog was very, very tiny. And I know that it's a little dog, but if I say that the dog was gigantic, then that has the opposite of tiny, and that means that the dog is very large and very big. And then the last example is polite and rude. So polite means that you're very nice. You could say that the boy said thank you, he was polite. But if you say rude, that means the opposite of polite. So it means that the boy was not nice, he did not say thank you. He might have said even a rude comment. And so that means the opposite of polite. So antonyms have opposite meanings. Synonyms have the same meanings, words that have similar meanings. So I want you to take a little bit of time, like 2 minutes, and I want you to talk to your partner and come up with a synonym and an antonym. You can pick any word and then think of a synonym and an antonym for the word. So during this time, I would let the students talk and think of a synonym and an antonym, and I would provide them with a word if they could not think of it. So now we are going to learn about homographs. Homographs can be really, really, really tricky because they are words with the same spelling but different meanings. Homographs are really, 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 really important to know because since they are spelled the exact same, you have to use context clues to figure out what the word is. So, for example, I have the word sign. So I could say, the lady stopped at the stop sign. Or I could say, the man had to sign on the dotted line. Sign is spelled the exact same way, but with the context of which the word is written in the sentence, I know that sign has a different meaning. So that's why you really need to know homographs when you read, because if I was reading the lady stopped at the stop sign but used the sign as signing on the dotted line, I would be very confused and the sentence would not make any sense. So let's look at another word. We're going to look at the word light. So light can have two different meanings. The stadium had very bright lights. This is like lights, like a lamp, or like the stadium lighting. And then you could say the baby was very light and easy to hold. This is like weight. So light, the two lights are spelled the exact same, but one means like light and one means heavy or weight. The next one is nail. So I could say the boy used a nail to hang up the picture. So this means that the boy had like a hammer and a nail and hammered it into the wall to hang up the picture. Or I could say the girl broke her nail and it hurt. So this would be nail as in like your fingernail, and they're spelled the exact same way, but they have two opposite meanings. So now I want you to brainstorm with your partner about two words that can be homographs, or one word, but the two words that it uses. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to do that, and then we will come back. Okay, good job. So now that we know what synonyms, antonyms, and homographs are, we're going to read a little passage about chocolate. First, I want you to read the passage by yourself and highlight any words that you do not know. After that, we're going to come back together and we're going to use context clues to figure out the words that you do not know. So I want you to do that, and then we're going to come back. So I would have the students read right now, and then they would highlight the words that they didn't know. We would discuss it, and then we would rejoin to do the rest of the activity. So now that you have read it once, I want you to read it again, and we're going to look for clue words that are synonyms, antonyms, or homographs. And then after that, we're going to do a little activity with it.